touching that. Okay. I know for a fact there's video of this because I've watched the video. I'm not going to play the video for obvious reasons. That is assuming it's even linked. Oh, thank God it's not. A singer relieved herself on stage at a Florida concert. Will she face criminal charges? Let me rewrite that article for you. Woman on stage at Rockville Music Festival pees on willing audience member on stage. Moving on. As the old saying goes, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But does it have to go down on stage during a concert? That's what happened Thursday night during a shocking live performance at the Welcome to Rockville Festival at Daytona International Speedway at Daytona Beach. I am so glad I wound up not being able to go to this because I was actually considering going. So I could have been here for this. I could have been in the goddamn Florida Man story I'm covering. Let that sink in. I mostly wanted to go because Metallica were headlining and they're one of those bands I need to at least see once. On. The lead singer with Brass Against, Sophia Arista, was singing a cover of Rage Against the Machine's Wake Up when she announced she had to relieve herself and called a fan up on stage. I'm a piss in your motherfucking mouth, she reportedly told the crowd. I gotta pee and I can't make it to the bathroom, so we might as well make a show of it. Oh, that's fucking... Video shared on social media, which we will not show here, shows Arista pulling down her pants and urinating on the guy who had a can on his face and didn't seem to mind. After finishing, Arista pulled up her trousers, walked away from the man, and yelled, "Security, get him the fuck out of here." Bro, I would have at least kept him on stage as a pee-covered hype man. I think it's a punk band, if I had to guess. Let's see what their Twitter says. The band later apologized on Twitter the following day. We had a great time last night at Welcome to Rockville, the post said. Sophia got carried away, and that is not something the rest of us expected. It is not something you'll ever see again at her shows. Thank you for bringing us in last night, Daytona. So what's the deal with the band? According to Brass Against's description, it's a collective of musicians who share the goal of creating music to inspire social and personal change by playing covers. Moving on. Was Arista making a statement with her actions? Maybe a lack of a bathroom backstage? Regardless, the former voice contestant, 36, did it technically against the law. If a police officer had witnessed a stunt, the Michigan-born performer could have been arrested and charged with lewdness and indecent exposure, a first-degree misdemeanor under Florida law. It's doubtful if any criminal charges will be filed because no incident report was made. Masad Bendayan, a spokesperson for Daytona Beach Police, told Miami Herald on Monday. Bendayan did say one person commented to the police, a mother whose 16-year-old daughter was in the audience. No incident report was created because we didn't actually speak to the reporting party, Bendayan said. She spoke to a county dispatcher initially. We tried calling her back twice and received no response. Beyond that, we aren't going any further on the matter. Alas, onstage antics at rock and roll shows aren't exactly a rarity. Two music stars who are known for their shock tactics come to mind. Ozzy Osbourne, who bit the head off of Dead Bat at an Iowa concert in 1982, and Alice Cooper, whose head was chopped off for his audience more times than we can remember with a guillotine prop. Points for not going with the time Ozzy pissed on the Alamo, which would have been the obvious correlation I would have gone with. Old school fan of the Doors may recall Jim Morrison was arrested in 1969 after he was accused of exposing himself to a fan at a concert in Coconut Grove's old Dinner Key Auditorium. The rocker, then 25, was convicted of indecent exposure and open profanity, but cleared on a felony count of lewd and lascivious behavior and public drunkenness. The Melbourne, Florida native was sentenced to 6 months in jail and died just 2 years later in Paris after the highly publicized case was under appeal. Like, man, like, honestly, if you think pissing on yourself or on people on stage is the worst act that's gone down at a concert, I got bands I can introduce you to. I can tell you about the Japanese band where the fucking singer jumped off stage and rammed a fucking bulldozer through the crowded concert hall. The Japanese band where the singer whipped out a homemade flamethrower and started attacking people in the audience. And then tried to stab someone for wearing fake merch. Gigi Allen needs no introduction. Seth Putnam was a bitch who died fighting an escalator. Moving on. One thing is for certain, though. Brass Against won't be playing Daytona International Speedway anytime soon. The band will not be included in future programming at NASCAR venues, read the company's statement from the media. A statement to media from Rockville producer Danny Wimmer also denounced the public urination. We do not condone the inappropriate behavior that displayed and have already addressed this directly with the band, as well as other artists to ensure something like this does not happen again. I mean, yeah, it's disgusting as hell, but at the same time, the guy consented to being peed on, so I don't really want to see her get arrested. Like, if the guy didn't want it to happen, yeah, no, arrest her. He agreed to it. He sat there and took it like a champ. I watched the video, so gross, but whatever. Okay. I get why that their description is called horny metal. Because, I mean, look at the band photo. But I feel like after pissing on a guy on stage, you should probably change that for like a week or two. Just to cover your bases. Fuck, I can't even make that joke. There's not a bass player. Fuck! Let's see. R. Kelly is out? Grew a pair of tits, becoming someone's prison bitch while locked up. Yeah. I was there, Rockville and Daytona. That was disgusting. She pissed an absolute river on this dude's face. Her bladder was completely full. She emptied it on his face. It was like waterboarding, but with hepatitis C. Yeah, no. Sophia Urethra. That should be her new stage name. I mean, I'm not into piss